at the NoCo Ice Center with Augie Romaine, and I'm Patrick Enslow, bringing you the CSU Rams D1 hockey squad versus your DU Pioneers, who are the D2 club hockey. Augie, what are we going to expect from the CSU Rams tonight?
You know, I'm expecting CSU to come out and try and make a statement early. They moved up to D1 this year. They're an old D2 team that they played a couple times last year. Won the first game with them. It's pretty close, 3-1. Came out for the second game and won pretty convincingly with a 9-2 score. I expect them to try and come out, score early and often, and never look back in this one. We'll see how this one goes for the Rams as we're set to get underway here at the NoCo Ice Center.
With Augie Romaine, I'm Patrick Enslow, and CSU wins the draw as DU tries to get it out of their zone. And looks like CSU is on the attack, playing very, very aggressive hockey right now.
Yeah, coming out trying to get that early goal.
And with the freshman making an impact already. As Denver dumps the puck in the CSU zone.
That was Will Neff getting it close to the goal there.
Will Neff, number 3, the hometown favorite. And we'll see how Kyle Robinson, the returning defenseman, well regarded as one of the best defensemen on their team, or maybe in the whole league. And there is Jamison Wicks, who's being a leader out there, number 22.
Puck's cleared down the ice. Okay. Might be an icing call here. And it is icing call on DU.
And so not too much we've seen from either squad so far. DU's got some decent size out there. We got number 15, he's looking real strong, and 26, the defenseman. So DU coming in with some good size, maybe a little bigger than CSU.
Quick line change for the Pioneers, meaning maybe they don't think they have the stamina to go for long periods of time. And we'll see how that affects them over this game.
Studs with his first save of the game. There's his second as well.
Ooh. Cross in front of the net. Another shot on goal, and that one's wide right. CSU is going to take it up right now. Calling the bits, the other freshman forward gets it to Neff. Neff's going to shoot, and that's a save by the Pioneer goalie.
Neff just peppering the goal with shots right now. He's coming out, no holds bars, and he's playing first line as a freshman, which is very impressive. So.
Interesting situation right there. The refs never called that a gloved puck right there, so CSU thought they could still play it. He clearly had it in his glove. I thought it was pretty obvious, but
that's when it tends to get chippy out there for the players. Yeah. CSU with a shot on net after winning the face-off. Nice save by the DU goalie. CSU with the puck in the DU zone, playing great defense as well as offense right now. You can definitely tell they're controlling the tempo.
Yeah, that pass right there was intercepted by Kyle Robinson, who we know to be one of the best defenders on this team. The sophomore, also out of Fort Collins, playing in front of his home crowd.
You just gotta love the homegrown talent. You can really see in the attendance, just a great attendance for this CSU squad.
This puck's back behind the goal. Nothing doing for the Rams. Try to clear it in front, but that's going to be intercepted by the DU defenseman.
Here we go. We got a 1-on-2. Oh, 1-on-1 for 29 on DU, but he can't do anything with it.
And another early 4-player line change for the Pioneers. Something to keep an eye on is going to be how often they go to their line changes. They must think they're pretty deep to be able to do so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, given Studs, a little chippy, a little pushing and shoving in front of the net.
Early pushing and shoving.
You can definitely tell these guys are some friendly foes. You know, they kind of know each other a little well, maybe a little too well.
Playing almost like rivals.
And, yeah, Studs playing great between the pipes right now with about 3 or 4 saves on 3 or 4 shots on net.
Todd Sowell wins the faceoff for the Rams.
Ooh. DU, you can definitely tell they're a physical team, a very large team, throwing bodies around.
They like to hit.
CSU coming in with a little smaller, more chippy attack, more grinder mentality.
And that puck's going to be cleared out of play. We'll see yet another line change for the Pioneers. Rams leave everyone on the ice.
Yeah, it seems very early and often for Denver.
Early and often. It's something to know. Definitely something to pay attention to.
maybe that's coaching mentality, you know, trying to keep some fresh legs.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely see, because this is
maybe the Rams coach doesn't want to get too many freshmen out there too early, expose them to such a big game in the eyes of the Rams.
For sure.
There's a nice defensive play by the Rams. Peyton Milkey, the freshman out of Loveland. Pretty close to Fort Collins, I'd say. We're here pretty close to Loveland right now, and this is a home game for us.
So these players not straying too far at all. And DU with the shot on net. DU with not too many goal chances, but getting the puck near the net, not on the net, I would say.
Eric Killam was the one who just tried to take it up ice for the Rams. He's another freshman out of Littleton.
Oh, good.
So seeing a theme here. Not a whole lot of players not from Colorado. Sorry for the double negative, but.
And CSU moves the puck up ice, dumps it down with the line change. And we have Jamison Wicks back out on the ice. Oh, and turnover for DU.
Couple players on the team from Texas, couple from Alaska, and that's about as far out of Colorado as we get. One player from Illinois and one player from Idaho. And then, of course, Kyle Mitchum, the senior from Ontario, Canada.
Going international with the recruiting, I think.
We're looking for him to have a big game today.
DU wins a face-off as CSU dumps the puck into the DU zone. Oh, woo, big hit for 29. I'd say 29, one of the bigger players out there for CSU. Really trying to get that, get out there and set a tone. Ooh, we have a DU player down.
Yeah, it's 6'3", 200 pounds. Justin Schneeberger was the one who made that hit. Freshman forward, also from Fort Collins. He's got the size to make an impact tonight. We need big hits like that from him.
Yeah, Schneeberger, the freshman. Maybe not.
Looks like we got a penalty on against the Rams.
That is that penalty on the Rams, number 8, Nathan Straw from Loveland, Colorado, a junior. We're waiting on the call from the referees.
Didn't quite see what happened. Referee is talking to the DU captain right now, so we'll get a call here in a moment.
Another thing to keep in mind, we have a DU player down on the left side, maybe a back check. The referees are deliberating right now, checking the boards maybe too as well, but we'll see what the call is.
Gotta hope he's okay, not something you want to see. You don't want to see injuries to either team.
Especially in a non-conference game between Division I and a Division II team, you know, doesn't mean too much. Oh, and we have one of the boards with the ads just fell off, so very, very interesting.
They will lose some sponsorship money for that.
Yeah, probably a little disappointing, but it comes and goes. But yeah, not looking good for DU. The player has been down for quite a long time.
I can't get his number from where we're sitting. But yeah, hopefully he's okay. We'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, but this injury is almost just a testament to the physical play we've been seeing out here. A lot of the big guys, and I wonder if Schnellenbacher was sent out there, you know, just a bigger player, maybe sent out there, kind of send a message, say, hey, get off our guys. Because more the first liners for CSU, they look a little on the smaller side, but and DU's going more with that early and often approach.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we say this is a non-conference game and it doesn't have that much meaning, but the way these two teams have come out today, I think they think it has some meaning. They both want this win. DU to maybe avenge the 2 losses they had last year, and CSU to try and stay on top of the DU Pioneers D2 Club team.
And in this matchup, you could say DU might be the underdog, maybe with a little something to prove. 2 losses last year, being the Division II team. So maybe they got something to prove. And the player is being helped off the ice. Looks like he's having trouble standing, but not looking too encouraging. Hopefully he's all right. We had some good sportsmanship. Players cheering him on as he stood up. They're opening the gate, so it looks like he might be leaving the ice. We might be able to get some updates for who it is and when he might be back.
Yeah. the DU players tapping their sticks on the ice, just a sign of respect and just wishing him really well in this moment of uncertainty for the DU Pioneers.
And,
is that him skating back right here?
And CSU 8, he's leaving the ice. I think he has a misconduct. That's a misconduct usually when a player leaves the ice like that. That's usually a misconduct, and it's usually a major penalty. So that is not good for CSU.
Possible ejection for that junior forward Nathan Straw, and that's gonna hurt because you need that upperclassman leadership in games like these ones that are gonna probably go down to the wire. You want to have the older kids in there who have been there before. We'll see what happens with the Rams playing shorthanded right now on a power play, 5-4.
Yeah, that is definitely a bummer. As we were saying before, a real freshman-laden roster. To lose an upperclassman like that's a real bummer. We'll see how the penalty kill comes out.
Still scoreless here in the 15th minute of the first period.
DU coming out with the umbrella power play formation as CSU dumps the puck. And this is our first chance seeing the CSU penalty kill out.
Yeah, that last shot on goal, Todd Sowell was the one who took that off the hand, number 28. Looked like it hurt him a bit. He was shaking that arm.
And a nice save by Studs between the pipes, a kick save, and which was a 2-on-2. So
DU's got it behind the net right now. They dish it back up top to a defenseman. Crosses it to the middle. Ooh. Nothing there.
Oh,
we got it on the break.
Oh, a nice offensive attack by CSU, which is very tough to come by on the penalty kill, I should say.
That was Mitch Cohn, known for being fast and physical. He's 5'7", 165, not a whole lot of size, and they count on him to get open in the middle of the ice and take it up ice quick.
And CSU slipping away that time with 2-on-1 right in front of the net, almost scoring for DU, but
there's a nice
off the net.
Kick by 15.
And CSU dumps the puck. And CSU looking pretty strong. And this is a 5-minute major, which is longer than a regular penalty kill, which is around 3 or 2 minutes. So this is definitely going to be a testament to their defense and see how well they put up.
Kyle Robinson with the stick steal there. He's on it. He's still on it, bringing it up by ice right
now. Deciding not to dump the puck to attack, which is very unusual. But they're looking very strong on the offensive side on this penalty kill, which is very rare.
Yeah, that was taken from behind by Zach Novak, junior from Illinois. That's kind of the upperclassman leadership I was talking about. They have the experience to know that they can go from behind and get that puck in the other team's zone.
Yeah, kind of knowing when to attack on the penalty kill and when to not. And here's DU on attack.
Nice hit across the middle. Connor Tamai, 180, 5'10", sophomore from Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska. That's a trip.
The Great North, and 5'10", hitting like he's 6'2".
Right.
But DU coming down the ice. Ooh. CSU coming on the attack,
and
coming in DU zone.
Glove save by DU goalie. He's been having a good game so far. I mean, granted, that wasn't the best shot in the world, kind of a lob shot right to his glove, but so far, I mean, he's been staying in between the pipes pretty nicely.
And to his testament, he has faced more shots on goal and more shots on him than Studs has. So that's Studs hasn't faced too many shots on net. And CSU working the puck, looking to get it out of their zone, still on the penalty kill, which they have 2 minutes, 10 seconds left as they dump the puck in DU zone.
Mitch Cohn made the goalie make a quick decision there. Back to that quickness we were talking about.
As DU, looking to be on the attack right next to the zone. Looking for that right shot in the umbrella formation. In the umbrella formation, you're going to see a lot more passes.
Oh, and here we go. Mitch Cohn bringing it back up court.
Power play. Sorry, not a power play, but a breakaway, I should say.
Not to be biased, but I thought I saw hooking on that one.
Yes. Definitely very aggressive. As DU settles down, brings the puck back up. And DU on the attack as they dump it into CSU zone. and DSU dumps it back the other way, returns the favor. And this is good to see. You're kind of seeing DU on their heels right now as CSU has the puck.
Yeah, there's a couple fresh legs that just came in for the Rams, but DU's making a complete line change here. They'll keep one guy on the puck and then get the other 4 out for some fresh legs.
1 minute left as CSU, with another breakaway.
Nice
2 breakaways on the penalty kill. That is great. They're getting the puck down ice. They're not just dumping the puck, but they're getting the players down the ice.
Not a whole lot more you can do on that. Just a nice stick save by DU's goalie on that. Looked like Zach Novak had the edge. Maybe one more move would have got the goalie, but he was kind of running out of room and just had to make a decision.
As CSU does not win the faceoff in DU's zone. As the puck gets worked down, 20 for DU on, with a shot on net.
Wide right.
Wide right, deceiving to the eye. Kind of looks like it goes in the net, but it's to the side of the net.
Peyton Milke clears that one up. And DU will take it back from behind their own net.
And DU trying to look to salvage the 5-minute major they were given. So we'll see if they can do anything here.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple nice shots on goal for being down a man. It's looking good for the rest of the night, I'd say.
10 seconds left, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And CSU is pretty much back to full strength as they get it out of the zone and dump the puck.
And here comes Justin Schneeberger into the game, the freshman, not the one who committed the major.
Yeah, Schneeberger, the big hitter, very aggressive. And I can see CSU coming out. They're on the penalty kill, kind of a little on their heels, but I can see them coming out aggressive. We have 3. The freshman,
clears it in front of the goal. Tries to get a touch pass to Colin Abitz, the freshman from Highlands Ranch, but just a little too far in front of him, couldn't make anything out of it.
And now they're peppering the DU goalie with shots. And those were 2 great shots that could have easily have gone in.
Yeah, you kind of had to see this coming, down a player and still getting some good shots on goal. That extra player is really going to help them now get those better shots.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell DU, they're not playing attack hockey. They're playing get it out of our zone type of hockey.
Clears it to his own goalie, and that was dangerous right there. DU defenseman cleared it right in front of the net, and the goalie had to make a play to get it out of there.
Yeah, you never want to see the puck on your end go in front of your goalie. Always very dangerous.
That was a line in the Mighty Ducks, I think I remember. Don't clear it in front of the net.
Back to Coach Gordon Baum there. As we have a face-off in the DU zone. As DU wins a face-off. As CSU gets it right back and dumps it in DU zone.
Back behind the net, DU with the puck.
Will Neff, every time he's been out on the ice, he has been playing great. As CSU Studs makes another great save.
Will Neff, another kid who played juniors last season, a freshman from Fort Collins. You know, he actually went down to Boulder to play his junior hockey, so there are some good junior hockey programs. Something not to overlook.
And you love to see him get out of Boulder and get to Fort Collins, where he should be. And as DSU playing defense, getting it out of their zone, and we're in transition.
Transition defense right here for the Rams.
And a big hip check for 15 on CSU defense as Denver trying to keep it in the CSU zone, which they have had very little luck with tonight.
And we saw Luke Feigl make a nice play there. Another freshman defender. He's a big kid also, 6'1", 195. He actually went and played his junior hockey in Michigan. So
wow.
He's well-traveled.
And we are in the first period for you here, folks. And there's 8 minutes 37 seconds left. And it looks like there has been a penalty assessed to DU. Another major, folks. Another major for DU this time, so we'll definitely be looking on the attack for CSU here, being on the power play.
Looks like there's a couple penalties, unless they just have that typoed on the scoreboard. Looks like they have number 21 twice, so
He's been cloned, folks. You know, earlier in the season, everybody's trying to work out their kinks. Just as we are, so is everybody else on the ice.
This is a good measuring stick for the Rams, I think. Having played this team a couple times, as we've said, they really can see what these freshmen are going to bring to the team this year.
And unsuccessful on their first shot on goal on the power play as DU dumps it back in the CSU zone as CSU takes control of the puck.
Yeah, so the scoreboard was incorrect there. That was a 2-minute minor for number 21 of the DU Pioneers.
Yeah, excuse my 5-minute major as 21 is on the attack, and it looks like they're going to reset at the top, at the point.
That's Kyle Nitcham, the senior from Ontario. Gets it down low. A shot on goal and a nice save by the Pioneers goalie.
And we can't say enough about this Pioneers goalie. Really keeping him in there because CSU is pretty much making any pass they want out there on the power play.
Yeah, I don't have the shot stats right now, but I'd say we have to be up probably 5 or 6 shots, maybe even more.
Definitely. And the CSU power play looks a lot stronger than DU power play, passing wherever they want, when they want. As they're scrumming for the puck in the corner of the net, right near the net as they come around.
Still scoreless here in the 7th minute.
Oh, as DU gets the poke check. Oh, and CSU gets it right back. CSU in their own zone, working the puck down.
Calling a bits with another nice defensive play. He's a forward, but man, he can play some defense. He's done it a couple times tonight.
Yeah, both ends of the ice. And CSU, you can tell, they just love to slow it down and then speed it up and just control the tempo of the game, playing how they want to play when they want to play it. And you can tell they're definitely on the attack in DU zone right now. We're on the top.
Connor Tamai with the shot, and that's wide left. Connor Tamai from Alaska as well.
Denver getting a little more aggressive with the defense, but CSU still tossing around the puck.
Tamai with the puck to Natowski. He clears out in front back to Tamai, and he looks to get it right in the middle, but it's nothing there. A nice stick save by a DU defender.
CSU getting lots of chances here. Lots of chances.
Shot. Nice shot by Jordan Natowski.
CSU and DU are both at full strength now. Both teams are at full strength.
Felt like a quick 2-minute minor, I'd say, having dealt with that 5-minute major the first few minutes ago.
And especially with CSU being on the attack for as long as they were. And DU controls the puck in their own zone, working the puck down. And it was picked off by 15 for CSU.
Studs hasn't had a shot on him in a while. He looks bored back there, but here we go, down the ice, back behind the CSU net.
And a big hit by DU defenseman 15 on CSU right at the blue line. Just puts him right on his back, and you could tell there was a little stare down.
Yeah, that was Kyle Robeson. He's one of the better defenders, if not the best defenseman on this team. Another one from Fort Collins.
Ooh, and a nice save by Studs as Denver is working in the CSU zone. This is some of the most offense they've had all night in the CSU zone.
And there's Robeson with the puck again.
As CSU works it back down, 22. Oh, with a shot on net and just a little wide.
Went up into the net, so they'll rule that dead. We'll get a couple of fresh legs out here. Line change for both teams. Maybe a little overdue for the Rams.
Yeah. That line was definitely out there for a long time, but very effective. You could tell towards the end they were losing a little gas.
You know, that was actually the starters of the Rams out there for that motion there.
First line out there, and CSU wins the faceoff, but pass gets picked off by DU.
So you want to have the starters in there as long as you can, I'd say. But
yeah, definitely gonna log the most minutes out there.
That's why Newton gets paid the big bucks to make those decisions. I just talk about it.
And we have another penalty for CSU. Hopefully this is not going to become a problem for CSU tonight.
As we said before, we're here at the NoCo Ice Center, the new home for the Colorado State Rams. One of the big things that they enjoyed when they got this new ice center is the fact that they got their own locker room. It's something that they didn't have a couple years ago, and a lot of the players commented when they got this new ice center, you know, that it was nice to have your own locker room, your own space, and it's actually a room that Only they can enter.
And the CSU penalty kill back on the ice. And
There's-
another penalty.
That looks like tripping. DU defenseman tripped Hunter Clark, the freshman from Idaho. Haven't seen much of him tonight, but made an impact right there if we get the call. Yep, that is the call against DU.
So both teams are.
So we're at 4-on-4 right now.
Yeah, both teams are at full strength, and we're trying to get the player in the penalty box for CSU. It's tough to see from this vantage point. I think it's Kyle Mitchum. I'm not sure.
4 minutes 53 seconds left, and the score is still zeros.
As DU is on the attack as they dump it into CSU's zone.
CSU's trying to make that statement. You know, they've come out, had some good shots on goal, just haven't got one past the defender or the goalie. He's had a big game.
CSU's playing a very clean game. Haven't been able to find the puck in the back of the net, but you can definitely tell. But it's a real evenly matched game. DU's definitely holding their own, and I think they're really kicking themselves for not getting a goal in that 5-minute major. And DU's making their way back down the ice.
That's a clean defense play. It looked like he got tripped, but he actually just fell over the stick there. That was a nice play by the defense.
Nice shot on net and a nice save. That was Christian Gudati. He's a goal scorer by nature. That's what the players like to call him.
Yeah, and they really need him to step up here, have more plays like that.
Definitely. As DU dumps the puck back in the other zone.
That'll be icing. So we'll pick up the puck close to the DU goal for a face-off.
But as we've seen, I think it'll be a question of, can DU hold this up, or can CSU come back in the second and third period and be on the attack and score? As CSU loses the face-off in the DU zone as there's a scrum for a puck in the corner. And DU wins the scrum back to CSU.
Pack behind his back.
CSU with control of the puck. And they're fighting right behind the net, kind of going back and forth as DU's pulling away.
Jason Wicks, the sophomore captain for CSU, just keeps working that center of the goal right there. He's been in front a couple of times. They just haven't been able to find him.
And the puck has been in the DU zone for quite a while.
There's a nice pass by Wicks.
CSU with control of the puck, passing it around. Both teams are still at full strength. Both teams are at full strength, 5-on-5.
Wicks, the captain again, is really shifty with that stick. He's making some plays with a defender right on his back, getting around him.
And that was a shot on net by Jordan Ganowski.
Oh, and a nice shot by Wicks there. Nice save again by the goalie.
Just peppering the DU goalie, but he's staying strong. We'll wonder how long that can last. It's not a very strong strategy, and I don't think DU wants to play like that either.
Wicks playing like a captain, though, getting some good shots there.
Yeah. You can definitely tell he was sent out there, control the tempo, and get on.
Looks like we may have a delayed call here by a ref.
And it'll be a DU penalty.
But he has lowered his hand, so we'll see what happens. Still a little chippy out there. And a nice shot there by number 23, Luke Feigl. Once again, a nice save by the goalie, though. That brought him to his knees, at least. As long as they're moving him around, then they can start going top shelf on him. We'll see. He's saved a couple top shelfers, though, already, so they just got to figure something out, move a couple guys in front of the net.
Definitely a feeling out period you can see for CSU, but
under 2 minutes left, 1:25, and we still have scoreless.
As CSU
back behind the net, DU will have an entire line change.
The big cross ice pass as it's picked off by DU. DU with their puck in their own zone as they move the puck down the ice.
And that one's cleared out of play, so we'll get some more fresh legs for the Rams out there. And we'll pick up in DU territory.
And I think whichever team can really cut down on penalties as well, it'll be a big thing. Because they've kind of evened each other out with the amount of penalties, 2 apiece. But whoever can cut down on that and find the back of the net is definitely going to have a better chance of winning today.
Absolutely, and it looks like CSU has most of their first line out there right now. Mitch Cohn took that face off, but it looks like they may have, oh no, he's still there. He'll take another face off here as that's ruled icing. Back in the DU territory.
CSU looking to go into the end of the first period with a goal here, maybe win the face-off, get a shot right off of it, and we'll see what happens.
55 seconds left, 3 deep in the DU territory in front of the goal. CSU wins the face-off.
Ooh. As DSU breaks away, playing very aggressive on the forecheck. Ooh, as CSU picks
Hunter
the puck.
Clark.
Ooh. Hunter Clark getting nifty, getting a little handsy there.
Looked like he tried to do a little too much with it though, but maybe had a guy there on the left he could get it to, but you know, I still like the effort.
Yeah. You can definitely see he's trying to get around him, not waiting for the rest of his teammates to come down, you know.
27 seconds left in the period, and we still have no score.
So CSU is not sending the message that we had expected, but maybe we'll see it later. Maybe they're a little asleep, you know.
Yeah.
Team they've played before, real familiar with.
Haven't seen Chris Gudati in a while. He's their main goal scorer. Really just haven't seen him on the ice. I don't know if maybe he's dealing with an injury. We'll see.
Definitely haven't seen him since that power play where we had a nice shot and then we have a 3-on-3.
Peyton Milke bringing up.
CSU dumps a puck in the DU zone. DU gets a puck back, and they move the puck back up the ice.
We got 10 seconds left in the period and another call.
And it looks like an offsides call on CSU.
So we'll take it down to the last 9 seconds of this period. Maybe squeak something in here.
And that looks like that's going to wrap it up for you folks as DU passes around the puck.
One last shot here perhaps, but nothing doing. We'll pick it up back in the second period.
After the first period of play, we are 0-0 with the CSU Rams 0 and DU Pioneers 0. Augie, what did you see in that first period of play that you really liked from the CSU Rams?
You know, we had a lot of opportunities on goal there. It was a little disheartening to not be able to put one in there, but we just got to keep shooting. I mean, their goalies made some plays, yeah, but the defense isn't really doing a whole lot back there for the Pioneers. They've had a couple nice plays as well, but not a whole lot to brag about. A couple players to highlight. Number 3, Will Neff, that I believe he's a freshman. Yeah, the freshman from Fort Collins. He's had a heck of a game. Anything you want to add about him?
Yeah, Will Neff, he's been nice on the attack and the transition attack going from the CSU zone to the DU Pioneer zone. He's been great. A few shots on net, 2 or 3 I've seen. He's been playing great. And he's been peppering that great DU goalie with shots. DU really relying on their goalie this first period. We'll see how long that can last in the rest of the game. And then our next player that we're going to highlight is Mitch Cohen.
You know, he's just been the speedy little skater that he always is. He's the 5'7" kid out of Fort Collins as well. He has been everywhere on the ice. He takes the face-off for the Rams. He's been in front of the net a couple times, and like I said, haven't been able to find him there. I've seen him a couple times in front of the net, but we've had our backs turned on him, so hopefully we'll be able to find him this half, and I think he'll be able to put one in.
Yeah, Mitch Cohen, known for being speedy, fast, and physical. And going into the second period, I think we're going to highlight to see if the DU goalie can withstand all these shots, and Studs, the CSU goalie, how many shots can he not take before he gets, you know, dry, maybe a little too relaxed, and we'll see how the second period goes.
Yeah, you know, Studs Stidler with the really nice save percentage from last season, the 90% save percentage. He's been showing it tonight. Not a whole lot of great shots DU has had on us, but the shots that they have had, he's looked pretty impressive in front of the net.
And that's all we have for you today. We're going into the second period of play, and we will catch up with you in the second period.
Welcome back for the second period of action here. Augie Roman with Patrick Kenslow. What are you thinking for this second half? I mean, I know we kind of hit on it before, but any changes in thoughts or anything?
We'll see how CSU reacts. As DU, as we kind of been highlighting the whole night, is playing an underdog role. So if can DU keep up what they've been doing, and CSU gonna flip the switch, or they're gonna keep playing how they're playing. And we have a real late arriving crowd here, kind of getting raucous, getting a little riled up. So we'll see how this second half, this second period of play goes underway.
Yeah, lots of fans down by where they enter the ice, kind of wishing them a last second, maybe good luck, hopefully. But yeah, Coach Kelly Newton is known for getting his team well adjusted before the next period. So, you know, he had some words to say to them down there, and hopefully they come out and can act on it.
Yeah, probably a lot of few choice words, and maybe send a message to a few players. Maybe a player will see less minutes this second period. So, and a player who's definitely going to be seeing less minutes is number 8, Nathan Straw. He is out of the game. He is in his suit. He is done for the game. So that was a pretty big hit for the 5'10", 180-pound junior from Loveland.
Yeah, and that goes back to having the upperclassmen in the game more often than not. You know, we'll see. Like I said, this is a nice measuring stick here. You know, the upperclassmen know how to take Coach Newton in big games like this, and in between periods, take what he says and bring it out onto the ice. So we'll see how the freshmen come out and take Coach Newton's words as we're underway here.
Second period play is underway, and it is in CSU zone as they lost the faceoff. And here we go with 21 on the attack.
Looks
Number
like
Kyle
they don't
Mitchell.
have the first line in here. Interesting choice for the Rams. Maybe save the first line, give them some fresh legs for later in the period.
Or maybe Coach Newton sending a message that they need to wake up and they need to get out there. And
that's a good point. That's probably what's happening.
And you know, that'll probably light a fire under the captain, number 22, Jameson Wicks.
Yeah.
He's probably not having that being a senior in this lineup.
Jameson is actually out there. Other than him, though, it's not the first line that we saw at the beginning of the game.
Which Jameson out there, not surprising. And CSU on the attack in the DU zone as Neff on the puck. He's just a hawk to the puck. Whenever you see the puck, you're going to see Kyle Neff, number 3. As CSU play is on defense in their own zone. And Neff with the puck again.
Yeah, pretty young group and and a nice shot.
With the far side shot for number 12. Colin Abitz. Neff and Abitz are making a real tag team this game. The 2 freshmen coming out.
Talked a little bit about Abitz in between the period. Looks like he wants to come out and make a name for himself.
And we have looks like a line change for CSU.
Got a really young group out there right now.
Tamai wins the face-off, and Luke Fagel keeps it back in play. As DU, they're looking at a little problems with puck handling. They'll have the puck, and then it's just off their sticks, so I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah,
CSU with a shot on net. And
that's a nice shot. We gotta keep getting a couple more of those. He's leaving that top side a little bit open. That's probably his weakness.
And that's a player they really need to get going is Gudati. He's a goal scorer, number 10, with really only like 2 or 3 shots on net. You're probably looking for more 10 to 15 from a goal scorer like that.
Yeah.
As DU's got the puck in their own zone and a turnover, lots of turnovers.
And another shot by Gudati. Right left this time.
That is definitely a good sign for CSU, and that is not a good sign. A turnover, and that could have been bad. Could have been bad, but not. As a puck is retrieved by CSU in their own zone as they work the puck back. Work the puck back up the ice.
Nice job of getting back after the turnover, not letting them have that easy one-on-one with the goalie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's out of play. We'll pick it back up down by the CSU goal.
And Gudati's probably one of those players that the CSU coach was looking for to wake up and kind of get out there.
Yeah, another guy we haven't seen yet is Mitch Cohn. Talked about him a little in between the period too. He's been everywhere tonight. I don't know if maybe coach saw something he didn't like in Cohn. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see though. Really missing him out there right now.
Yeah, he's back out there. He's a small guy.
There he is, yeah.
Small guy, but yeah, we're looking for him to make some plays as CSU puts the puck back in DU zone
Quick,
on the
gets in front of the
attack.
middle. There was Cone
Ooh.
right between his legs. But he still has it. We have it back up in between, behind the DU net.
With Killam in the scruffle as they get it out to another CSU player, 28.
And watch Cone here. He'll work the middle in front of the goal a little bit. Gets it to the edges and then works in front of the goal. It's haven't been able to find him throughout the game tonight, but hopefully we find him this period.
Number 20, always moving as CSU clears it out. And 28, he's been in the mix tonight too as well. And that is Todd Sowell. Haven't heard much of him tonight, but yeah, he's a junior from Parker, Colorado. Oh! As Studs was screened in front of the net, DU comes down, scores from the point in between the hash marks, and that was right. That was
yeah, just a little to the right of Stud's stick, a little bit out of reach. Tried to get his foot out, just wasn't in time for that one. We'll see him bounce back here though. Studs doesn't let too many goals in. He'll be fine.
And that's kind of what we're saying is, could Studs have just been falling asleep back there?
Yeah.
Not many shots, and when you get one shot like that, and you just kind of wake up and no crap.
Not a whole lot of practice back there.
As we'll see if that awakens the CSU offense, which has been relatively dead in the second period.
Yeah,
and,
Kyle Robeson having a quietly good game. He's a defender for the team, a sophomore. He's made some big hits tonight, had some nice stick saves.
As DU on the attack again, looking to score another goal.
That's a nice shifty move there by Connor Tamai to get past the defender. And we're down back in the DU territory.
With Schnielenberger back out there, shoving people around, always bodying up. And CSU works the puck back in the DU zone, and you can tell DU's getting a little confidence. And DU's working the puck back into the CSU zone, mid-ice, dumps the puck down in the CSU
That's
zone.
not going to be icing. Just wanted to clear it from the other side of mid-court or mid-ice to get the new line out there.
And
nice little strategy by the DU forward.
Oh, and DU works it up on a 3-on-2.
Here.
We'll see if they can score. Oh, puck in front of the net, a scruffle for the puck, and CSU gets a puck out of their zone.
That is dangerous. It got dead silent here for a moment. It looked like they had a really nice chance there to put one in.
And DU putting CSU on their toes. We were not expecting this. And I think it's just a lot of confidence from that first goal.
Yeah, it looks like DU went in and made some adjustments at halftime that CSU really needs to find some answers for it.
And Jamison Wicks back out on the ice. He's been touching the puck a lot. We'll see if it makes a difference.
There's a nice shot. Kind of dragged across the ice there by Colin a bit.
Ooh. And yeah, they're not really getting, they're not active to the puck as much as they were before in the game.
That one gets past, and we're back behind the net.
And that is Jamison Wicks to number 3 to Neff.
There's Neff, and he wide left a bit.
Ooh.
Looked like we had an extra touch there that maybe didn't need. Just got to get that puck and shoot it right away, but
Neff and Witz, when those guys touch a puck, something good always happens, and I really thought they were going to score that goal. And DU works it back in the CSU zone, becoming way too familiar for the CSU defense.
Oh, man. Studs is maybe holding his breath a little bit now. He's had a few shots that he did not have last period.
Yeah, he's definitely, he's probably kicking himself for that goal. As DU dumps a puck, makes a line change. CSU gets a puck, works it down.
Something we saw a little bit in the first period too. A lot of DU line changes, not so many CSU line changes, and might have a testament to what we're seeing tonight in terms of fresh legs for DU. I wouldn't say out hustle, but they're trying to this period.
Oh, Witz with the long pass to Neff, and Neff cannot reach it. Neff, a real crafty guy.
And there's an icing call, so we'll pick the puck back up in the CSU territory.
But, yeah, DU coming out hot this period. And for everyone looking for the upcoming games, there's the ACHA Division I Showcase in Cleveland, Ohio that CSU will be traveling to, where they're going to face teams such as Davenport, Ohio, and Stony Brook, as CSU is on the attack in the Denver zone.
Davenport's a pretty strong team. This is a measuring stick, but we're gonna have to be a lot of improvements when you play a team like Davenport. Some of those shots that we've just missed tonight, we're gonna need to translate when we play a team like Davenport.
Yeah, the Davenport, a solid, not ranked D1 team, but definitely a measuring stick, as you said, Augie.
Right.
And you're having trouble with DU, a team you took care of last year. So, but every new year, players in and out. And looks like we have a penalty here. Number 10 was hit pretty hard.
Looks like a tripping call.
Ooh,
on
that
DU.
Number 21. And that could be just what the doctor ordered for CSU.
A nice little penalty here. Get the 5-on-4 advantage, maybe put something in the net.
And that was on Gudati.
See how DU's power play killing unit is. Haven't seen them in a while. We did see them a couple times last period, but it's been a while since we've seen them.
A bitch wins a face-off, has a puck behind the net, coming around.
2 defensemen up top.
Ooh, shot on net.
Oh, and he had a screen there, just deflected off number 17.
Connor Tamai. And Jordan.
Here we go again. There's
Gutowski
another nice
with the
screen in
pass.
front of the net. A nice shot there, and it's wide right.
Another great opportunity for CSU.
Might
They
have
really need to capitalize here.
Might have tipped off a Pioneer defenseman there.
And we have 1:28 left on the CSU power play as they work the puck up. And number 12 with the puck to number 17.
Oh, and a nice defensive play. Nice save by the goalie there again. He is working hard tonight. He is going to sleep well.
Yeah, he will sleep very well. He's definitely DU's MVP right now. Got to give it to him.
Put a couple goals into the net, and maybe he won't sleep so well tonight, though.
He'll be having nightmares about the CSU power play. CSU works up with under a minute left in the power play as they turn it over again. These are costly mistakes. And as we said, they're a freshman team. They're really looking for leadership. And speaking of leadership, we have Wicks back out on the ice.
Jameson Wicks, the leading points and goal scorer from last season.
Gudati, the goal scorer, with the puck. Oh, and he dumps it off. I was really looking something special from Gudati right there.
Gudati, yeah, 13 goals last season. They got to account for him.
And Kyle Nitchin with a slap shot.
Ooh. Save by DU's goalie. Man, that's a nice shot. It was right into his chest, though. We gotta work around him. Get a screen in front of there. Maybe get some deflections. That's the only way you're gonna work against this Pioneer goalie.
And Kyle Nitchin, that is a shot he likes to take. Very big, very strong. We have the face-off here, and
4 of the top 5 CSU goal scorers from last season are not on the team any longer. And with something to keep in mind, this is a team that the freshmen have to pick up some slack here. They've been playing strong today, had some nice shots on goal. They just got to start translating and putting some in the back of the net.
And we have even strength for Denver out there. But yeah, definitely a younger team trying to find themselves. And Denver, they've got a few years under the belt, so I mean, they're kind of looking with a more familiar team. So maybe that's why last year, it's shaking up a bit this year.
That's a good point. 11 minutes left, just under 11 minutes in this second period, and DU leads it 1-0. They are putting some bodies on the ice, and they are making some stops.
Jameson Wicks with the broken stick on that slap shot.
It was a nice shot. DU defender just slid right in front of it, and that's something we haven't really seen on the other side. Not a whole lot of slide saves by defenders.
As Wicks dumps the puck, and the puck is covered. And
looks like they called it a glove save, and he tipped it out pretty quick there. Maybe too quick of a call by the referee. Could have had something there, but live with how it goes.
And CSU keeping the puck in the DU zone, so they're putting pressure. It's just they're having trouble finding the back of the net. And Todd Sowell. Oh, we got physical play. Oh, 2 big hits as CSU comes up with the puck and dumps it in the Denver zone. Ooh.
Something to highlight, the preseason #1 Arizona State Sun Devils are a matchup that the Rams will have this year. They play them in a doubleheader. Well, not a doubleheader, but 2 games in 2 days in February, the 7th and the 8th. That is going to be, that's the end of the season there. You've got all the chances you can to work out the kinks, and that's going to be a fun game to watch. That'll be right here at the NoCo Ice Center.
Ooh, as 9 works the puck up and just missed. And number 9, Eric Kilman, just missing on that shot. Oh, struggling to keep it in the zone, but still keeping it in the Denver zone for most of the second period.
What do you think about that Arizona State preseason #1 team?
You know, coming Arizona State as the puck flies out of play and we have a break, but Arizona State earning that #1 ranking after beating Penn State in a scrimmage match. Penn State is an NCAA Division I program, and they kind of sent a message to the whole hockey world that, hey, we're here, and we're not just club, but we're a legit squad. And them Arizona, Oklahoma squads that you just don't want to mess with, you don't want to rattle. And as the puck goes out of play again.
Soon here we'll get some nice shots, maybe a little lower onto the goalie.
And but yeah, that was Nitcham with the puck out of play, and we have a face-off again. And Colin a bits in the face-off, switching out actually. We have Hunter Clark in the face-off as CSU wins the face-off with a slap shot.
Nice shot wide left by 21.
CSU gets a puck back, works it back into the DU zone.
That's Kyle Nitcham, the defender from Canada. He had a nice shot there, nice slap shot, just a little wide left.
Ooh, it's DU. Oh, just missing. That is great defense by Jordan Ganowski.
You know, there are quite a bit of DU Pioneer fans here over to our left. A little unfortunate, actually, if you ask me. Hoping they wouldn't make the drive up here, but
as CSU works the puck up, Colin a bits dumps it down. As they're in transition, DU with
nice
the
save
puck.
by Stub.
And
hits off his left shin.
working it back, Nitcham working it back down. And a little miscommunication, a little
nice
tough
hit
pass.
across center ice. 29 on that hit.
Ooh, and here we
With
go.
the puck.
And that's Schneelenberger. That's a freshman. Ooh,
trying to nice spin there, almost worked.
Trying to do the spinorama, you know. He hasn't seen much minutes tonight, but when he's out there, he's hitting people. He's doing the spinorama. He's real entertaining, you know. He's a great player to watch, real fun for the fans.
Here we come across the left side, moving it back up. No one really in the middle on that play. 12 had a nice break there late, but it just was a little too late. That was calling a bitch, number 12, cutting across the middle.
And here's Schnellenbacher again, making his minutes count, touching the puck, always got the puck. And here we go, kind of working the puck around, a little scrum, trying to make something happen. Connor Tamai.
Connor Tamai behind the net, gives it back up.
And they are looking to score, looking for someone. 23 with a great opportunity
trying to
shot.
find something across the middle. And there's a nice shot and a save by the DU Pioneer goalie. That's something we've heard a few times tonight. Saved by DU's goalie.
And yeah, DU goalie just playing out of his mind, staying on top of his head, and he's getting a few breaks here and there. But other than that, he's playing great. With 23.
Oh, and a nice backhand attempt and another save, covered it up.
And on cue with another great save.
Really
no DU defense in sight.
Really just a nice backhand attempt, just straight into the glove.
It is just Luke Feigl and him. And what does he do? He saves the puck. Big surprise. And CSU controlling the puck for most of this game. If you look at minutes for CSU versus DU, which we don't have, but just to the naked eye, you can tell that CSU has had possession of the puck.
Yes. There's DU's puck back behind their net. They're trying to set something up from the backside, but CSU's pressuring them over there. Intercepted in front of the net. Passed in front of the middle and cleared back to the backside of the net. CSU with the puck. And there's a nice hit by the DU defender, and they'll take possession. Stolen again by, I think that was Feigl on the other side.
Definitely Feigl. As CSU is on the attack again. A little scrum.
There's a 3-on-1 there for DU. Coming in late there, number 26.
Peyton Meikle in the mix. Ooh, as CSU just gets it out. And DU dumps the puck.
Stubbs tried to stop that one with his glove. Or with his stick, but it was just a little too far left.
Dylan Hassel clears.
Oh, cleared in front of the middle, and it's a nice save again by the DU goalie.
0-12. Just trying to bang bodies, just a bit trying to bang bodies, not real successful. As DU works a puck back up the ice. We have a 1-on-1. Oh, with a big hit by Denver.
Two big hits. Oh, and a nice shot just wide left. Studs looked like he was there, though, for that save had he been more on the net.
Denver can't capitalize as Peyton Malecki just gets manhandled, almost getting checked into the Denver bench.
And another stick save by DU's goalie. I got to think that's upwards of 20, maybe low 30s saves for the DU goalie.
Oh, at least we don't have our stats here, but that's just a rough estimate, but definitely. Ooh.
Another shot wide left, but we'll gain possession back behind the net. A backhand in front of the net, and it's wide right to them.
Calling a Bits with a shot on net. We've seen a lot more of a Bits this period than we have of Neff. Neff and Wicks, maybe they've been benched by coach.
Well, Neff's in right down here. He's in front of the net right now. He's been on the opposite side of the puck for most of the game, for most of this period. Just haven't been able to get him involved.
And speaking of Wicks, he's in a little tussle with a DU player, 49, getting a little chippy.
And they're still talking on the way to the penalty box. Referees are trying to break it up. And here comes a third referee.
And
that's
we're going to have a misconduct call on Jamison Wick. Or that is not Wicks, that is Hunter Clark, or Jamison Wick?
That was Jamison Wick, the captain, and you cannot have that from your captain. He's got to be able to buckle it up there, not... So it would have been a 2-minute minor for DU, but now got a 5-minute major on that.
Definitely what CSU doesn't want to see out of their best player. You're down 1-0 to a team you should be beaten, and then your best player is getting misconducts. Just not what they want to be seeing.
Not only the best player, but the captain. That's someone you look up to as a teammate, especially with all these freshmen on the team. You just can't have that from your captain.
As CSU wins the draw, and they'll definitely get an earful from coach as they almost turn the puck over.
And they have adjusted the scoreboard. It's not a 5-minute major. They gave him a 2-minute minor for that, but still not something you can have.
Penalty to number 22, Tyler Novi. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. 5 minutes.
So we just got the word it was for unsportsmanlike conduct. Looked like he was mouthing off a little to the DU player as he...
As 20 makes a break to the goal, but he is unsuccessful. That was Mitchell.
There's a clear to the right. There's going to be a shot there, and it's blocked by a defender. Working back up top. Oh, and a pass wide left. Couldn't handle it, and we're back in our own territory.
CSU works the puck back up from their own territory down the ice, and they clear it.
And that was Connor Schoen there that couldn't handle the puck. You know, you don't see that from him too often. He's had a heck of a game. This may be a testament to maybe not a fresh line.
And that was a solid shot by Jordan Ganowski.
Haven't heard his name too much tonight. That was a nice shot there. You got to elevate that a little more. Can't shoot it right into the goalie's shins, but it was a nice shot.
You'll take those shots. You're just hoping they're going to the back of the net, which has been a theme for CSU tonight. As Connor Tamai takes a takeoff.
CSU's got to get a couple more guys in front of the net. Maybe work that deflection. Haven't had too many deflections tonight. And the ones that they have just been stopped right on the defender. There's a nice open.
Kyle Robinson pickpocketed, and
shot wide
10 with the shot.
CSU will keep possession of the puck.
Gudati, we're looking for some shots out of him. He started the period off strong, and he hasn't been able to get the puck since. Speaking of, as he through the scrum. Kyle Robinson with the puck. As Denver gets the puck back.
There's Gudati again, getting in the action. Looks like the CSU is going to try and get a line change here as soon as the puck is in a favorable position for that. Shot wide right and high, and another save by the DU goalie.
Kyle Robinson, he's had a great shift out here, been all over the ice, playing a little offense and defense. It looks like he's set up there as an offensive player, but he's known as being their best defensive player, so maybe a little switch up by coach.
And here's some speed coming down. Will Neff there, and a pass and a shot, and it's saved.
Neff with the sick mitts, as they call it. And then the shot on net. Wow, this kid is everywhere.
Yeah, Will Neff really playing hard here. That's what you want to see from the freshman.
or players released for the out-of-bounds penalty.
And this comes as
Oh, big turnover for CSU. Right for the DU goalie. Oh!
and that was
Oh.
Wicks, number 22 there, the captain, intercepting the pass in the middle of the ice.
And they get the puck back, and the goalie getting a big clear out by his defenseman, just picking the puck up and getting it out of their zone. That was big because the goalie was on his back, just still making these saves.
Looked like a high stick there, but no call, so we'll keep playing.
As they work it down.
2 minutes left in the second period, and still DU leads 1-0.
And that was probably one of the best opportunities for CSU all night right there, and they just missed. But playing like this, they might not get to Newark, Delaware. The goal for the end of the season for the CSU Rams, which is where the national championship is held.
Yeah, of course, and the Division II national championships that were instated in 1991, CSU has never missed a national championship tournament since the instatement of that in 1991. So bouncing up here to Division I, I'm sure their goal is to make it back to the Nationals, and that would be Newark, Delaware.
Make a splash like they always do, and we can only hope. Early in the season, lots of kinks to figured out. And DU just missing the shot on net.
That's quite an impressive stat, though. 1991, quite a few years ago, the year I was born, 22 years old now, and they have not missed a national championship playoffs since then. That's a long time. You got to think this move to D1 is a little overdue.
Oh, for sure. You're really just showing your age there with the stat. But as CSU wins a faceoff and works it down. But yeah, this will probably be one of the most years where it's probably in limbo or in question, a bubble team, as they would say, whether they'll make that tournament.
Yeah.
As CSU
obviously got to work out the kinks here early in the season with opponents like DU.
Ooh, big hit as on the breakaway.
Not to mention, DU has a Division I team that's, not a bad program, to say the least.
Yeah. And that's got to be tough for guys like this, where they got a Division I program and then you got like this program. So probably makes CSU a little sexier that you're the only club on campus.
Yeah, we actually do have a D3 team, but that's quite a big jump down to that. More of a club team there. But you got to think for DU Division II players. And there's a nice shot in front of the goal and another save by the DU Pioneer.
CSU threatening again.
But you got to think for the DU Division II players that their main goal is to get that call up to the D1 team, as the DU goalie makes another save there. Yeah. And honestly, we might be seeing this goalie in a D1 game here soon for the Pioneers.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you get a few guys scratched for injuries, a little bad luck. This guy's playing on top of his head, and we have 32 seconds left, and he still has a shutout against a team they couldn't even beat last year. Which, I mean, 2 out of 3 periods, if you still do that, that's still great.
These guys just have nothing to lose, and they're playing like it right now. 26 seconds left in the period. DU up 1-0 still. Looking to get something in here before we go to the third.
1-0 lead, a very scary lead in hockey. 1-0, 2-0 lead, one of the scariest leads in all of sports, especially hockey, as CSU is threatening again.
10 seconds now, and we're back in the CSU territory.
DU looking for one last shot on net, and they're looking to get it
high, and it's a nice high shot by the DU forward.
At the end of 2 periods, DU 1, CSU 0.
Here at the NoCo Ice Arena. Augie Roman and Patrick Enslow here after the second period of play, where we saw DU put 1 goal in the back of the net. Obviously, Steidler got scored on there. What was your impression of that goal, though? I mean, it looked like the shot was just a little to the right of his reach, but what was your impression of it?
You can definitely tell Steidler was on his toes, not getting shot on very much at all tonight, and then a breakaway early in the second period, and it just kind of wakens up like, and then you can just see his reaction, and then right through the 5-hole, not good, not the way CSU wanted to start off that second period, giving DU a lot of confidence. And then with Wicks' penalty, arguably CSU's best player, gets a very dumb penalty. It was a misconduct for talking to another DU player. How do you think that penalty by Wicks affected CSU?
You know, I kind of highlighted it earlier. Something you can't have from a captain, especially, and your best player, arguably. But you know, they're just lucky it didn't hurt them. They got at least that DU had the penalty before that, so it was still 4-on-4. But had they gone into 5-on-4 there, I mean, it could have been a whole different story. Just can't have that from your captain. And then what about Gudati here? He kind of was quiet in the first period, but came out, had a nice period. What do you think about his play overall this period?
Gudati's starting to pick it up, getting a little quicker, starting to get the wheels turning. He's their second returning leading scorer behind Wicks from last year. So they're looking for him to be a big goal scorer. He got a few shots on net. He's getting nice shots on net, like he might score every time he touches the puck. So if they can get him started, it'll be a great third period, and maybe they can come out with a win. Definitely need a win against an opponent they've beaten. So I'm excited to see in this third period how CSU responds, see if they can come out, and they've won in shootouts, which we've seen before earlier this season. So maybe they'll take it to a shootout, and that's maybe what I'm guessing. You got any predictions for the third?
You know, I'm hoping to avoid that shootout, but if that happens, it'd be pretty exciting. You know what I mean? Shootouts are never dull moments in a shootout, but we want to get a couple goals and avoid that whole thing. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Rams made as we take off here in the second half. The ice has been zambonied and we are ready to go.
And some of the points we made after the second period, we're going to see if Gudati can come out and score, how Wicks responds to a poor second period, and how Stud, how he responds as well.
You know, something we kind of overlooked, Steidler got scored on early in that second period, and he bounced back and had a good second period after that. Maybe not as many shots on goal after that, but the shots that he did have, he made some nice plays on and really bounced back.
And to his defense, he doesn't face shots on a consistent basis as DU would, so he really can't get into a rhythm. He's kind of facing some shots, then a little break, then facing some. So, you know, he's taking it as they come.
Definitely a nice point, but we'll see what we do here. Looks like we might have the first line back in to start the third period, and maybe Coach thought his message has been sent, and here we are back with the first line.
Yeah, we got Neff and Wicks out there.
Will Neff is back in.
And then Hunter Clark is there as well as the third period is underway. As the puck drops.
So Colin Abitz wins it at center ice, and we'll take it back into the CSU territory with CSU with the puck.
Tips the puck to Neff, who can't reach it.
DU on the attack now, but it's cleared back behind the CSU goal.
And scrambling for the puck in the CSU zone.
There's Abitz fighting off a nice hit by a DU defender.
The CSU sends the puck down the ice, intercepted by DU, sent right back into the CSU zone.
Kyle Mitchum, the senior, is in here. He's from Canada. He's had a quietly good game, and there's a nice pass in between the legs by Will Neff.
As they send the puck down ice with some force. Oh!
And there's the shot by
Mitchum.
And the ref takes a hit on that one. Hand in the air. We might have a delayed penalty, but
towing the line. DU dumps the puck back into the
as soon as the puck is touched, he called it clean, actually. So we'll take it back the other way. Wicks with the puck, clears it out to the middle.
Big cross-ice pass, intercepted. DU dumps it back into the
Still
CSU
in the air,
zone.
so there will be the penalty, the delayed call by the referees.
Kind of what I'm picking up from the DU team is they're playing a real defensive-minded kind of get the puck and dump it, not really making an asserted effort on offense. They're protecting that 1-0 lead. They're not trying to get the insurance goals. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Because 1-0, 2-0 leads are very dangerous.
Yeah, that's kind of playing to the CSU's strengths, though. They want to attack. They don't care if that defense is there. They'll try and work around it and attack the net.
Oh, as we say that, DSU is on the attack with a 2-on-1 as CSU goalie Steidler hits it out.
Intercepted there by a DU defenseman.
Lots of turnovers for CSU in this third period already, so really looking for something to get started. And
that was cleared back in front of the CSU net. That was a dangerous move there by number 10.
just mentally not making smart moves here. And Denver's capitalizing. They're getting the puck, putting it back in the zone, so more power to them.
And that was
a big hit, and going up the ice, 9 for DU.
Oh, no.
It's a 2-on-1.
DU has numbers, and there's a save.
Steidler with a big save, slips across.
And that was cleared back in front for a second chance, but just missed it by the Pioneer forward. And here's CSU on the attack, but it was a 3-on-1. Really no chance there for number 15.
That was Kyle Robinson, who he's been seeing him a little bit on offense, not as much on defenses, which he's known for. Maybe he's shaking it up this season.
Yeah, Newton might have made some changes position-wise at halftime. You never know. But
shot on net for CSU.
Robinson does come out with a one-man line change.
And
you know, the fact that he was pulled there tells me that maybe he was not supposed to be that high up on the ice. You know, he might be someone who they want to stay back and be a defenseman and not attack like he did, taking on the 3-on-1.
Yeah, and he was starting to see at the end of the second period, he was really getting that aggressive mode.
Mitch Cohn is back in, was about to take the face-off, but they moved him to the right wing there.
As DU wins a face-off, hits it to CSU. CSU shot on
shot
net.
By Cohn. And it's getting chippy back out there. Some more pushing and shoving on the ice.
DU goalie with another save, keeping the shutout intact. And yeah, you can definitely tell these CSU players are getting flustered.
And a little frustrated with each passing minute.
And face-off in the DU zone.
We've seen just about everyone on the CSU team at least a couple times within this game. So they're keeping fresh legs, trying to match that DU line change probably.
Now shot went wide for CSU as they're on the attack in the DU zone. Oh, and another turnover. And they hit the puck back into the DU zone.
DU trying to find something up ice. But again, they're not attacking like you said earlier. And there's an icing call, so we'll get the puck back down in the DU territory.
And the result of DU not attacking has resulted in probably less shots so far in this third period for CSU.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see though. I think they'd prefer to play it this way. Take the pressure off Steidler. He's not been able to get in a groove, so maybe keeping the pressure off.
Close shot. That was a big shot for 21 on CSU.
CSU utilizes the backwards passes quite a bit, and they're pretty fun to watch.
And Gudati's out there looking for something big from him. Ooh, and Gudati
looking for something across the middle.
And just nothing's out there. They're no real openings.
Hunter Clark with the puck trying to find an opening. Gets it stolen in DU territory, and they'll bring it up the ice, and they'll try and just clear it out behind the CSU net.
A real third period theme for DU. And what I've noticed throughout this whole game for DU is their team is bigger and more physical than CSU. CSU takes a more hustle grinder approach, kind of tough as nails, will just beat you that way. And DU's kind of beating them with physicality. They were in their zone, but no real good shots because they're just kind of tossing them around.
Something you see that's really effective and that started as really effective in roller hockey, the quick guys getting through defenders, and we'll see if it works here for the CSU here in the third period.
And another dump by DU.
Just under 16 minutes left, and DU still holds a 1-0 lead on the CSU Rams.
Ooh, DU with one of their few shots on net this period. DU keeping in the CSU zone, and that clock is just ticking. When is that where's that switch gonna flip? Maybe it's right here. 12 on the 2-on-1 with Wicks. Ooh. Chance to capitalize
just
right
out
there.
of reach of number 14. But they'll keep it back behind the DU net. Really had a nice chance there, just a pass that was a little out of reach.
And Wicks with kind of the erratic shot on net. CSU still controls the puck, and you can tell they're looking a little anxious, looking like they need to score a goal here.
And that was the second time they've done that. DU does a line change, maybe a little untimely. Shot was made, but the defenders stayed out from the line change and will probably come out on the next one.
And CSU with the puck, shot on goal, and another save for DU. Oh, now just peppering shots from all over the ice.
I just don't know about that shot, though. You're back at the blue line and you're just taking a slap shot, just turning around, shooting it. I don't know about that one. Maybe set something up. You have time. You have numbers. Just set up a play.
Augie, from our seats, I'm kind of feeling a sense of urgency from the CSU squad.
Yeah.
You can just feel it, just anyone on the ice, oh, we're just going to shoot it, and you can just kind of see this calm confidence arising out of DU. This game's kind of started as DU being the erratic team, and now they're calm and confident, and now CSU is really feeling the urgency.
I agree. Looking in the stands, there are a number of fans biting their...
Ooh, and a just missed opportunity for CSU.
Just biting their nails. It's getting nerve-wracking for the spectators as well.
Ooh, 15. Oh! And a huge goal for CSU.
Zach Novak, the junior out of Illinois.
Big goal on the rebound off of the goalie. It looked like the DU goalie had it covered, but he just pushes it in, and we are tied.
And that's kind of what we were talking about, is getting those deflections in front of the net. In this case, it was a rebound off of a deflected shot, but it was a nice play by Zach Novak to be there. Puts it in for the CSU goal, and we're tied up.
Will this be a momentum shifter? We got some of the CSU crowd getting back into it, CSU kind of getting a little energized, and that was the equalizer right there. We'll see how they respond, and we'll see if they can get that next goal and put them over the top.
Some nerves have been released here. Zach Novak wins that face-off after being brought in from the right.
And here we go. Oh!
Another shot on goal. Just
Chris Gudotti, as we were saying, he almost had a little erratic of a shot, but he had the breakaway. And when you just see that right after a goal, you just got to be smiling.
You know, goals are definitely a big way to bring momentum in your team's favor. DU had the chance earlier. Wasn't able to get anything else going after that one goal, but...
And here they go again. Ooh, and a whistle. And it's looking like an offsides call.
13:38 left in the period, and it's a 1-1 tie.
And it'll be interesting. Denver kind of playing that dump and go type hockey. And we'll see if now they have to flip the switch. They have to be on attack, and they got to score some goals. Take the pressure off their goalie, which has been all night. So
yeah, they can't sit back like they were. But as I was saying, that sitting back as they were doing it really plays into CSU's favor. And there's a shot by the DU. Nice save by Studs.
Just an absolute rip, and Steiler with a nice stop, kick save.
Studs has been playing like a stud ever since that last goal.
Ooh, and that was a big turnover there. Ooh. The adrenaline is kind of hyping up, some bigger hits, some quicker skates, and you can really feel it here in the stands.
That pass gets by Andres Sudmalis. First time we've seen him tonight. Really trying to get some fresh legs in there, but maybe saving the first line for a few minutes down the road.
Yeah, some real unfamiliar faces with Andres and Eric Killam out there. Some guys who haven't really made a difference. And DU behind their own net. CSU picks the puck back up.
Yeah, let's remember Killam had that nice shot in the first period. Haven't heard from him since really, but he can make plays. He had a nice shot, and we'll see if he can have another one here.
And CSU still with the puck. Just kind of little grudge matches in the corner. Ooh,
tries
and a
to
shot
clear it in front, but it's a stick save by the goalie. Clearing it out quick, and a nice hit across the middle, and we'll have a late penalty call.
Ooh, and that was a big hit away from the puck.
Pioneer player down there. Didn't exactly see who made that hit, but it was away from the puck and something you just can't do.
And is that a no call? Maybe just an injury, maybe just a big hit, and that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, ref raised his hand as if it was a penalty, but he was actually signifying the icing that was called there. So no call for penalty there in the middle of the ice, and we'll just pick it back up in DU territory.
Real players rest tonight, really letting them play, lots of physicality. But the players are actually, they're going after the puck too, and they're playing. It's been a real great game to watch.
The only DU player with a black helmet taking the face off here.
Connor Tamai losing the face-off, but CSU getting the puck back, and threatening.
Looking for something across the middle here.
And Justin Schnellenberger, slowly becoming one of my favorite players. He's back on the ice, and he's shoving bodies, took an erratic shot, and...
Schneeberger, just a freshman. He's the one who we saw in the first period make some hits. He's a 6'3", 200 pounds out of Fort Collins, Colorado. he can play some defensive hockey.
Always nice to have that solid 200-pound 6'3" frame in your back pocket.
Oh yeah, something you need to utilize a lot in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we have a face-off in the CSU zone. And
Looks like DU won, but Schoen comes up with the puck and he's taking it the other way quickly.
Threatening, getting real chopped out, getting real chippy out there.
DU had numbers.
This is a moment in the game where if anybody gets a penalty, it'll be a costly penalty.
We actually do have a penalty on CSU. Didn't see what happened, but they have one man in the box, so DU has a 5-on-4.
That is our
advantage.
fan favorite, Augie. That is Schnielenbacher.
That's Schneeberger.
Yeah, he just got a penalty that last play. Speaking of that physicality we were just talking, to get him in trouble.
2-minute minor. We've had some nice penalty kills earlier in the game. We'll see if we can rebound. And penalty killing unit is out there. Number 14 was just taken out of the game, but is put back in there. So maybe not the freshest of legs, but they just want this penalty killed. So we'll see what happens.
And we have 11:30 left in this third period, folks. So it'll be interesting to see. 10 minutes. 10 minutes are starting to get in a crunch time.
A goal here would be a real team letdown, you got to think. So something that they want to do is
Oh! A costly mistake by Styler. Couldn't cover the puck on the penalty kill. You can just early season mistake, not covering the puck, getting it out in front of the net where the puck should never be.
Yeah, Pioneer player right there to put that one back in. Styler went down to trap it with his glove. I was actually just about to say a nice decision to trap the puck there so we could rebound and rebuild for the penalty kill, but wasn't able to do it, and there's the goal.
And costly penalty, like I'm saying. Third period, you get penalties in third period. Those are going to be costly. Styler with some mental mistakes. As if you're going to play in the big games, you got to make some big plays. But we'll see how CSU responds.
This is a good way to measure what they have left in them, though. I mean, see if they come out and still play aggressive, or see if they play let down.
And CSU fighting mid-ice for the puck, trying to get it back into the DU zone.
This is where some of the younger players
Ooh,
need to,
Neff
like
with
Will
the
Neff right there.
Crafty hands, real sauce pass. Ooh.
Nice shot on goal, and it's a save by the Pioneer goalie.
And he loses his stick on the play, but with another save. And you really just got to give up to this DU goal.
Oh man, that was a shot but aiming for right between the 5-hole, but he was able to cover that up with his stick and just fight it off. You know, can't say enough about this DU goalie. Yeah, he let the one goal in and off a rebound, but can't say enough. He's been playing a real heck of a game.
And it'll be interesting to see if DU goes back to that dump and go type hockey, or they play aggressive again and just try and pour it on. So we'll see.
And I'll actually be interested to see if Coach Newton brings Schneeberger back in. He's their big physical forward, but after the penalty, you got to think maybe he'll be riding some pine for a bit.
Yeah, that is definitely interesting.
Yeah, and with this line change, he's still not out there. So
speaking of Coach Newton, too, he's going to have a lot of big decisions. When is he going to start pulling the goalie? That's probably going to be around 5 minutes, but he's going to have some big decisions. Who he's going to want out there. We haven't seen much of Wicks out here this period.
That's true. Wicks was just in that last line. Really didn't do anything, though. Kind of worked the middle a bit. Stayed a little on the left wing, but the puck was really never around him. And I agree with what you're saying. I don't think he'll pull the goalie until maybe the last 2 minutes, though, you think?
Yeah.
5 minutes seems a little premature, but, you know, Newton, again, gets paid for that.
Under 5 minutes, it just all depends on how aggressive your coach is, and we'll see. With CSU with a puck in the DU zone.
But again,
puck out in front, always dangerous.
This is how CSU likes to play on the other side of the ice. Really pound the net.
Connor Tunamai looking for the shot.
Oh, and a nice save by the Pioneer goalie off the right shin.
Oh, and DU. Oh, and that was good defense right there by CSU. Getting rid of that. That could have been dangerous.
CSU really threatening here, though, on the other side of the ice. I mean, for a team that just got a big goal let up on them, they've really come out and played hard.
Seems like they've been threatening all game. They just can't find good shots, and they just can't find the back of the net.
Yeah. Like I was saying before, they're going to have to do something. Oh, and a nice save by Styler. Shot right at his face. Just a nice catch.
some of the top players from last year really not coming up big. Gudati and Wicks nowhere to be seen when their team needs them the most.
And that's something that they're going to have to change here in the last 10 minutes of the game. Schoen is in.
And Eric Killamy's back out there.
Todd Sowell, who we haven't talked too much about, but he is a junior, has some leadership capabilities, I would imagine. He is out there looking to do something as well.
And he might be going for a smaller, quicker line. I'm just trying to get in that DU zone and put the pressure on DU. But DU is having none of that and putting all the pressure.
Here they are on the attack. And another goal by the Pioneers.
And they call that a dangle snipe celly, folks. He dangles around the defender, snipes the goal, and then he gets the celly. That was a quality goal. That was
right. It looked like it was right above Steidler's reach. He went for the save on the glove hand side. Just couldn't get up there in time to make that save. Really nice shot, upper deck, right corner.
You just can't do that. That has probably been that was the best goal, and that you can't say the guy just made a great play. He got around the defense, and it wasn't a rebound, and Steidler having a rough night, and he's probably going to be having nightmares about that one. I mean, that was a nice goal.
That's a tough shot, though. I mean, as a goalie, you can't fault yourself too much for that. I mean, sure, you can get up there a little quicker, but that's a tough reaction time for a goalie.
For sure, Augie, for sure. As CSU is looking to bounce back.
We'll see what happens in the crunch time. I mean, they got to put a couple goals here.
And playing a little aggressive, almost got a shot on net. Trying to stay away from their first loss all season, and their first loss in about a year from Denver, so.
Yeah, didn't lose to them at all last year, this D2 team, and looking to keep that record alive right here.
And the puck back in CSU zone as an
icing call. So we'll get the puck in DU territory, which will be a nice way to maybe open something up, get a couple shots, have a nice guy there to rebound, deflect. Got to deflect on this goalie. He is just making some plays.
CSU less shots on net, or Denver with less shots on net, but more effective shots as of late, as they are threatening again in an offsides goal.
And a good call there. He was just a little too far ahead of the puck. These refs have really called a really good game. Haven't talked too much about them negatively or positively because they've just been quiet, and that's what you want from a referee crew. You don't want them to affect the game in a negative way.
Yeah, you can't argue with these refs at all. Nowhere to be seen, which is just the way you like it. And DU playing with a comfortable 2-goal lead, but a little more aggressive than when they came out in the third period. Lots of scoring this third period.
Will Neff on the attack here, looking for something across the middle. Looked like Wicks was there, but he got there a little late, something that's common, and there's a tripping call. Looks like it's against DU.
And yeah, Denver in a position where they do not want penalties. And this is where CSU gets a goal, maybe gets a little momentum. If they can get within 1 goal at 5 minutes or 3 minutes, they're still talking. So.
There's a goal by a CSU.
And speak of the devil, a nice shot from the blue line. A great goal by CSU.
Looks like it was number 12. I believe that's Colin Abitz.
Colin Abitz, a first-line freshman coming out here when the team needs him the most. And they might be looking for new players down the stretch to be leaning on because the veterans are nowhere to be seen, and you have these freshmen.
Yeah, he's had a strong game all night. Has had a couple of real nice shots, just hasn't been able to put anything in, but was able to do it right there, and CSU's back in this game.
And with 5 minutes left, it's anybody's game, so we'll see how this game finishes out.
Hey, don't cut me short of those last 2 minutes. We got 7 minutes left. And we need every minute here. Every second counts for this Ram team. Especially when we're getting a lot of shots but not being able to convert too many of them. I gotta think CSU's still winning that stat line of shots on goal though.
Oh, for sure. And possession of puck.
Looks like CSU did pull the goalie early here with under 7 minutes left in this.
I think we have a penalty call here on DU. Maybe another costly penalty call.
But it's interesting that Coach Newton went to the pulled goalie here with just under 7 minutes left.
Yeah, get it riled up, but CSU on the power play. With 6:50 left, so wow. We have a game on our hands, folks.
No need to pull the goalie here with the power play and everything. Looks like Wicks is going to take the face off.
We've had
And
4 goals.
Back to Wicks, back out to the outside. Crosses it. Back inside and a backhand shot, and it's saved by the DU goalie.
And yeah, 4 goals scored in this third period. Only 1 goal scored before this. We have a game on our hands.
And that was Chris Gudati with the backhand shot there. Just wasn't able to get it in between the wickets. Nice stick save by the goalie there.
And we'll see if this power play unit, this is the real first test where they really need to get a goal, so we'll see what happens.
Talked a lot about Chris Gudati right before this period, and he has come out strong.
Ooh, and not what you
They
want.
tried to clear it out. Maybe they thought the goalie was pulled there, but no such luck. No icing call. And here we go, back from behind the CSU net.
CSU coming in strong.
Will Neff with the puck on the left wing. Looking for something across the middle. Wicks over to help him.
Looking
We
to
do
get.
have a guy up screening the goalie.
They're looking for that shot at the point right in front of the goalie. Ooh, they might have it. Ooh,
Oh,
shot
and
on
a nice
net.
move by Wicks there. He really beat a defender with a nice backhand cross, but wasn't able to finish the goal. That was one where, had that ball rebounded off the goalie, we had a guy there.
Yeah, which is very dangerous. And that goalie's got to be on his toes, and that's why covering the puck is so important. And we have 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the power play. Let's see if these Rams can capitalize.
First line is out, not on the ice. First line was on the ice. They have been taken out, so we'll go with the second line here. Just under 6 minutes left. DU leads 3-2.
CSU 29 with the shot in, and ooh! Oh, quality shot right there by 29.
50 seconds left in the power play. Puck
Ooh!
is free in front of the goal.
DU is fighting for their lives on this penalty kill right now.
Just cleared that one out. And another shot on goal. It's out there.
Oh, it's a scrum in front of the net.
And the net comes out, so they'll have to call it dead, and we'll start over down in the DU
And
territory.
that's a move right there by goalies, kind of kicking off the net. I'm not saying he did, but goalies have been known to hit off the net when you got scrums and you're on your toes in front of the net. So DU sneaks away with that one. 37 seconds left in this power play. Still enough time for CSU to score.
Plenty of time to score, yeah. CSU playing really aggressive in this penalty. Not keeping anyone back, just going all out for that last goal. They want all the guys there to rebound that they can possibly have. Deidler looking active in the net.
There's a little break in the action. Ref talking to the players, maybe tell them to settle it down, get a little chippy, but you wouldn't expect anything less. Third period, 1-goal game.
And the nice thing about that net coming out is you give the CSU first line a little more time to rest their legs and come out a little fresh when Coach Newton needs to call them in.
Well, here they go on the power play with a little scrum in the corner, which seems to be very trendy. Lots of scrums, but CSU trying to get it out, trying to get something started as the clock ticks down to their power play, and their power play is 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left in the power play.
Nothing doing across the middle. One screener across. Schneeberger is back in the game, screening the goalie, and you gotta love that with his 6'3" size.
And 14 at the top, right by the blue line, looking for the shot. Ganowski looking for that shot, not getting it though.
Back across the left wing.
As Abiz handles the puck, gives it to Ganowski, back to Abiz. 17.
Across the middle to Schneeberger, and it's blocked by the goalie. Schneeberger was there. He had a nice opportunity.
And that would have been great. Schneeberger, the freshman, maybe capitalized. One of our favorites up here in the booth.
And Schneeberger again makes a move and gets it to number 7, who just scored a goal.
And we are under 5 minutes, folks. Both teams are at full strength.
Penalty.
So this is gut check time. Schneeberger again with the puck. Let's see if we can capitalize.
Gets it stolen right as he tries to cross the defender, and nothing doing there. CSU with numbers on the way back, though. DU shouldn't be able to get anything going here.
Denver with the puck in CSU zone, and this is not what CSU wants to see. Just the puck lingering in their zone, not going anywhere, but just not on the right side of the ice.
And that's the big difference that 5-on-4 back to full strength makes. In their zone the whole 2 minutes, get that fifth player back in, and now we're back to even strength, and they're back on our side.
Ooh, and Denver with the line change, but
And here comes CSU with
a biz. Ooh, and their players collide. Not looking good.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. 3-2 Pioneer lead.
And we'll be keeping our eye on Studs, see if he's leaving the net anytime soon.
Looks like they'll try and get a line change here before they start pulling the goalie. A little bit of miscommunication there, maybe on the bench.
As Denver dumps the puck. Ooh.
Oh, and the player just trips over himself, it looks like, number 14.
Yeah, you can't have that. You can't have that down the stretch.
Looks like maybe there was a ref in the way that he didn't see and just fell backwards on him.
And ooh.
Puck up in the air.
Oh. CSU really haven't been in that Denver zone since we hit the 5-minute mark. Really need to get the puck down there.
Yeah, and Mitch Cohn is back in, maybe trying to get some more speed out there.
Oh, and we got Gudadia. Very scary with a Denver shot on net.
I'm telling you, they don't get much scarier than that, especially here in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Denver getting the shots on net as this period is coming to a close with 2:42 left in this third period, folks.
Yeah, you got to imagine that from here on out, they'll be pulling the goalie on anything in the DU territory.
Yeah, CSU definitely emptying the tank right here. We'll see what they got. Gut check time.
See what Coach Newton decides.
As Denver controlling the
Nice
puck.
hit
Ooh,
by
big
number
hit.
21, Kyle Mitchin, the Canada boy.
Ooh, and there's just real slippery player getting across.
Oh, and a nice attempt at a shot by a Pioneer, but he just misses the puck and is back in front of the net with another shot, but is saved by Steidel.
CSU cannot get the puck out of their zone, and here they go. Here's their chance. They're going to need to make some moves. Oh.
Back on the attack, and the goalie has not been pulled, interestingly enough.
Oh, which would be a great time. Oh, and that was their chance,
Yeah,
folks.
I gotta think that was a nice opportunity to pull the goalie, but
in between the hash marks, looking like they were ready to threaten, ready to light the lamp, ready to score, and they just couldn't do it. 2:06 left.
And I'm watching Coach Newton there on the sideline, and he has not signaled for a pulled goalie yet, so we'll see what he does down here at the stretch.
He is definitely not standing still. That is something he is not doing.
No.
As CSU in Denver zone, but Denver has the puck.
Trying to clear it out and passes across the middle. Dangerous pass there. Abitz was there, just wasn't able to come up with it.
And puck back in CSU zone, not where they want it, but working the way back up, guys.
1:49 left in the game. 3-2 Pioneers.
And we have Neff out here. Maybe he can get crafty, find his way to the back of the net.
And we have not. Our first line is back in for the most part. Doesn't look like. Oh, Wicks is on the ice as well, so this is just the first line, full strength. CSU going for it all right here, but still no goalie being pulled.
Yeah, which is very interesting. You have Neff, Abitz, and Witz. If they're going to score, they're going to do it right here. And I'm surprised they haven't pulled their goalie.
I'm kind of questioning that as well.
And here they go behind the DU net as the clock's wind down, and the DU goalie covers the puck.
Just over a minute left. It looks like Newton is talking to his players. Maybe there will be a pulled goalie from this point on.
Minute 15 left, folks. A minute 15 left.
He has entered a new player onto their ice, but the Steidel is still in the net. So it looks like they're sending 6 players out. Timeout, Rams.
Yeah, big timeout. Wonder what coach is talking about in there, but they're probably drawing something up, trying to get the puck down in the DU zone, get something started, and try and get a shot, ideally from the pointer in front of the net.
Yeah, the faceoff will be on the DU's left wing side of the net, so we'll be in their territory no matter who wins the faceoff.
October 4th, here at the NoCo Arena against Windsor State.
And yeah, after this, their competition steadily gets better and better. So they might have to figure some things out here as the season starts.
Yeah, Weber State coming into town next week, October 4th. Weber State is, interestingly enough, the ex-school of Coach Kelly Newton. He coached there for a few years, was pretty successful, and went to a couple schools in between, but has landed here, and we couldn't be happier to have him here in Fort Collins.
You got to be interested to see a rematch, see a squad he didn't coach, but a school he coached, and you know, as the players go out to line up for the face-off. And we do have Steidler still in net, but I'm thinking maybe after this face-off, directly right after, it might get pulled.
Well,
he's like a ticking time bomb. He probably will get pulled any second.
That puck was in front of the net for a nice opportunity for Neff, but he wasn't able to come up with it for the shot.
Ooh, and CSU back with the puck in their own zone, though. Really got to get something started as they push the puck up. Neff, the slippery guy with some solid mitts. And
first line back out there, and coach is signaling for a pulled goalie, but Steidel's not paying attention to him. There he goes. He's coming out now.
Kind of all game just been real asleep, and now, oh, big slap shot.
Slap shot deflects off the CSU player.
And they have their extra player in net, and we have Gudati, the goal scorer. So it'll be real interesting to see. Comes in there, make a difference.
Gotta have someone back right here, and Kyle Nitchin is the last line of defense between the DU.
And they are just scrambling out there. They're fighting.
22 seconds left.
Ooh, shot on
another
net.
save. That would have been between the 5-hole again. Really some nice shots, just not able to come up with the back of the net. 19
seconds. We have no Steidler in net. Interesting to see what happens. Plenty of time to get 2 to 3 shots off, so anything can happen.
Yeah. Pioneers with the 3-2 lead. They'll replace Peyton Milky here, the freshman. Maybe try and go with some more experience out there.
Yeah, and you're thinking they really would love to have a player like Nathan Straw, who got kicked out of the game real early. A veteran guy. He was getting quality minutes and just getting kicked out of the game. And that's probably hurt him down the stretch too. Times where they could have maybe pulled away. They don't have him there, and you know.
Right, especially in close games like this, it's nice to have that experience. Straw was in there for the two games that went to overtime earlier in the season and was able to make a big difference. So, you know, it's a big loss. We'll see if CSU can come up with something here in the final 19 seconds.
On the bright side, it's a great learning tool for these young players and for the coaching staff, and kind of see where they're at, what they need to work on. But the game's not over. We have 19 seconds left, so we shall see what happens.
No goalie for the CSU Rams. The DU Pioneers wish they could have 2 goalies right now, as we'll put a peppering of goals or shots on the goal right here.
Their goalie's definitely playing like he has 2 heads, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. He's had a heck of a game tonight. 2 goals let in, but just a heck of a game. There's an icing call by the referee, and that may have saved the Rams.
As DU just looking for any shot to just dump the puck on the CSU side of the net.
Try and get it back in that open net. 11 seconds left here in the game. Tried to get the crowd in there. Crowd's not really reacting. You would think we were down 6-2.
Fans kind of slowly trickling out, really not showing too much support, but we'll see. And not what CSU wanted. Got the puck out of the DU zone. CSU threatening as the clock winds down.
A save to end the game. And that about sums it up, though. I mean, DU goalie having a heck of a game, making the save there at the last second. That sums up the game pretty much entirely.
Yeah, and maybe the CSU team maybe a little underestimating, beating these guys last year, not taking it too serious. And you can see with Steidler trying to get him out of the net, trying to pull him, and he's not engaged with coach saying, trying to rush off the ice. So
and you'll see that here early in the season. It comes with, as the season goes on, that'll get better. A lot of freshmen too, you know. It was a good measuring stick game. Get the kinks worked out, look at the film.
CSU definitely working out the kinks here early in the season.
And looking to come out and rebound.
And a few more home games, and then they hit the road. They hit the Invitational in Cleveland, Ohio.
We do get another shot at this DU team tomorrow night at Magnus Arena in Denver, and you gotta imagine that CSU is gonna come out and try and rebound a lot after this. I gotta think that there's gonna be some hard hits. They're not gonna be happy about this loss, and they're gonna come out and really take it out on DU.
Yeah, they're really gonna I wouldn't be surprised. Go back, set the tone, maybe do what we thought they would do tonight. But their coach, maybe he's probably harping on them all game. So maybe give them the silent treatment, try to light the fire in them.
And then following the game at DU, we'll have 2 home games, Friday and Saturday, October 4th and 5th. Weber State comes into town, the Wildcats D2 team, and then the Utah State Aggies come to town that Saturday, right here at the NoCo Ice Arena.
Well, that about sums it up for Augie Roman and Patrick Enzel. It's been great to talk to you folks here at the NoCo Ice Arena, and we will see you.
We'll see you next time.